Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Annalisa and this is Homemade Sunshine. So if this is your first video that you're seeing, my name is Annalisa, like I just said, and I am a 25-year-old full-time homemaker living in East Tennessee. I love homemaking and thrifting and all of that sort of thing. So I have a little thrift haul for you guys of what I got this first Friday that in a city near us, they do a bunch of sales at their thrift stores. So a little bit of news about that. We usually would go to 3. This time we only went to 2. Which was fine because we actually went to the Bath & Body Works candle sale first, but the 2 other ones, they were, still doing their same sales like they usually do. And the one thrift store, I believe, has come under new management. They used to do all the clothing would be $1. So whatever hadn't sold that month that they had pulled out would just be $1. Now it's buy 2 items of clothing and get the third one for $1. Which honestly, it really isn't worth it at that price because their clothes are pretty expensive. I mean, I say they're expensive. It's like $3 per item, which for some stuff is not worth that. Like something that you could just get at Walmart anyways on clearance for the same price, brand new, or Target, to me just isn't worth it. So I don't know. I don't know if anybody really even hardly went, because most of the time when you go, people were just buying for themselves, like a few little things here and there. And I don't know if they're usual people. I'm sure it was very, what's a good word for it? A very contentious atmosphere for the people who did not see their Instagram post and didn't know that the sale had changed. So we'll see if they change it back. We'll see how their sales went this time. But the 2 that I went to normally still had some really good stuff, a weird variety of things. So we'll get started. So at the first store, where most things are between 50 cents and $1, so every once in a while there'll be something for $0.25, but they don't price things individually much unless it's something that's going to be like over $2, then they'll price it. But for the most part, everything's generally about 50 cents on average. So I got this little wreath form for 50 cents. This is a candy cane. I probably will not make this year because I do not have red and white yarn. I'm gonna do like a yarn wreath, and then you'll see this in my house next year. So very, very cute. And then next I got this skirt. This is a Talbot's Vintage Petites skirt, which a lot of the times Talbot's Vintage Petites end up being a fine length. I'm sure this was originally a maxi skirt, but for me it's a midi length, and it's just a plain pretty black skirt with a side zip. It's just that old Talbot's label where it's just a P for petites. So I do have to fix this one part here. There's a hook and eye closure where part of that ripped off and the button ripped off, so I have to find another button, sew on a button, and probably sew on another part of just rip out the old hook and eye closure and sew in a new one. But other than that, it's very pretty, very dressy. It's nice and long. So even though this is a petite, I figure they must have meant it for it to be to the floor for whoever had this before, but for me, it'll be just fine. And I always check with vintage skirts that they're not dry clean, or I'll like gauge whether or not I can dry clean it. There's a beautiful Ralph Lauren all wool black vintage skirt, which I'm pretty positive was from the same lady because of the waist size being so similar. And there's a lot of it's just like a church run thrift store, so they get a lot of like older folks clothing, like vintage clothing that people have had in their closets since the 90s and 80s and 70s. So that was super duper cute. I got this sweater from there. So I would just say on average all of these are 50 cents. This was Lauren Conrad, size small. This beautiful, perfect for this time of year, blue sparkly knit sweater, which if you don't know, Lauren Conrad is sold at Kohl's, which you would think, oh, Kohl's maybe, it's not like super fancy brands or anything. It's actually pretty expensive full price. So it has these beautiful bows on the sleeves, which are so precious. And then it has little bows up here on the shoulders. So very feminine, very cute, and it's shimmery, but it's not like aggressively shimmery, you know what I mean? Sometimes I don't like it to be like super duper duper sparkly, but I think that had the perfect amount of sparkle. The next skirt that I bought, so this is from Cato. It's a size medium, which I never take a medium ever, but just because of the way this is structured. Instead of wearing it up on my, like a high-waisted, up on my like natural waist, if I just wear this around my hips, it's a maxi skirt. So it's just this beautiful pale pink, for me, maxi skirt. So I just wear it low slung on my hips and it'll look cute. And maybe potentially with a sweater tucked into it or something else thick, might be able to bring it up a little bit higher, but we'll see. It was just beautiful and it's in perfect condition. So the next store, I got less clothing and more home items, but I found some really interesting stuff. But first for the clothing, this, most of this stuff is 50 cents also, except there are a few things that are more expensive, but clothing is generally 50 cents to $2.50 for like coats. They're more expensive. So this is Lila P, I'm not sure. Size small black knit skirt. Just very cute, plain, but a nice wardrobe addition. This is already on a hanger from my house, but this is a loft outlet, size small, green striped tank top. It's very pretty. I love this neckline with all of this beautiful eyelet embroidery type detail. Very, very pretty. And then let's get started on some home items. So I accidentally left this out. I got this from the first store, so I don't know how much they charged me for this, but this is a Wedgwood ring box, which I need to clean. It's got a little bit of stuff on the top, but it's from the Venice line from Wedgwood, and it has this beautiful blue and white kind of wavy, I would say, pattern. And then this is what the top looks like. This is just some dirt that needs to get cleaned off, but super pretty. And probably they charged me about 50 cents for it. I love getting little like trinkety things from them because they're always like dirt cheap. So sometimes they'll even charge for something like this that's small, like a quarter. So, oh, you can probably hear that car in the background. So I got a few ornaments also, which are beautiful. This was the 2016 Lenox annual snowflake ornament for $2. I thought that was just cute. I like snowflakes on my tree. This one was the Sparkle and Scroll multi-crystal silver plate ornament. This was from a set of 8 originally, but they charged $2 for it. And this is the wreath that has all these little sweet little gems in it. So also a Lenox ornament. Very, very cute. You put it back in its little wrapper here so it's safe. Still have not put the ornaments on my tree yet as the time I am filming this, but need to get on that. But once I finish filming this, I can at least go hang these up. And then I got 2 more. Oh, here's one. There they are. Both for 50 cents each. And I believe these are also Lenox, but I'm not entirely sure. I haven't unwrapped them. Let's see. Nope, just says handcrafted in China, but I thought they were pretty. So there's this little porcelain Santa, who's very sweet. And next, they look like the Lenox because of that white porcelain style, but these are not. This is the other one. They have these wrapped up really well. I will say that, for it just to be made in China apparently. And then this beautiful one, which I loved the details on that. I thought that was just so intricate and pretty. And I like sometimes, you know, you like to have the balance of the small ornaments and the big ornaments on your tree. And that porcelain white can go with any type of tree, I feel like. I'm not somebody who has this really pretty, like, I would say like Instagram themed trees. I just have a lot of different ornaments that I like. So I also picked up a 50-cent book called Adopted Jane. It was vintage. The back says, "A whole month's vacation far away from the orphanage. Nothing so wonderful has ever happened to Jane. Maybe Miss Thurmond will like me so much she'll want to adopt me," thinks Jane hopefully. But then a letter comes, and soon Jane faces the hardest problem of her life. So I have no idea anything about this book, but hey, who knows? Might be a good one. And then the last 2 biggest pieces that I got were, this was $5. Which, as you know, is a lot for me to pay, but it's brand new, which I will pay up for brand new items. This is Berkshire Blanket and Home Co. Decorative Throw 60 by 80, and it's this beautiful pink and red holly berries, and it's hard to tell, but you can see right here, it's also got cardinals. So this is actually currently for sale on QVC for, I think $38, somewhere around there, plus like some shipping. So I think it comes to about 40. Isn't this gorgeous? What the great thing is you could like give this as a gift to somebody still. I think I'm gonna keep it because it's pink and I love pink and it's so cute. But very, very fun. $5. And then last but not least, I think this is the fanciest thing yet. I've already taken the tape off of it, but it said small quilt, $4, if you can see the price there. I'm gonna put this in the trash before my cat starts to play with it. This is amazing. I'll back up a little bit to try to show you the full thing. I've got a Christmas blanket on my lap right now, actually. This is Handmade, and I had just been to the Methodist Craft Fair in the fall and seen some quilts like these, like the little like decorative quilts, or you could call them like a baby quilt. I love this. So this is the pattern on the first one side. So it's like the 12 Days of Christmas, and it's a pretty good size. I mean, it's not like bedding sized, but about yay big. I think you can see that good. And then the other side is this beautiful quilted pattern. And the edging is so pretty. It has these little Christmas trees, and then you can see the little quilt squares. I just love this. It's in excellent condition. It's not faded, it's not pilled. Oh, I just love this. I thought it looked so just magical. It looks beautiful. And I know this is a lot of hard work, and I know it's expensive to buy these, or even if you want to try to buy all the fabric and make it yourself. So I knew $4 was a steal. And you know me, most of my prices I'm usually paying like 50 cents or $1 for stuff. But I had to pick this up for $4. $4. So $9 total for 2 blankets, 1 brand new, 1 handcrafted, handmade. This could be brand new. I don't know. Honestly, when I see things like this, I'm like, how could somebody donate this? It's so beautiful. Maybe somebody who likes more neutrals or something. I don't know. I'm not a neutrals gal, as you can tell from most of my things. I like a lot of pink, I like a lot of bright colors. I would say my style is like feminine southern, where it's like feminine because I like a lot of like lace and dresses and pretty and flowy, but I like southern, where I like a lot of prints that are like kind of loud and things like that. So that is my haul for you guys today, and I'm hoping to try a couple new thrift stores here in and around town coming up soon. So I will take you guys along for that if and when I get to go do that. And leave me a comment down below telling me what was your favorite thing from this haul. I think my favorite thing had to be the blankets, because they're just so incredible. I mean, to find this brand new, just crazy. So I will see you guys next time. Bye.